Hey, it's your boy Princetreppe back with another unboxing video. Today we're here to unbox Metroid Dread. Now, anyone who's a gamer definitely knows the name Metroid. It's famous enough that it coined its own subgenre, which is the Metroidvania subgenre, which is basically when you're playing like an action adventure type game, and you have to, as you go through the game, you get abilities or powers that allow you to unlock areas in the beginning of the game or somewhere throughout the game that you would previously not able to get to. So you have to do a lot of backtracking. So I call that Metroidvania. Um, it's a pretty good subgenre. I'm not the hugest fan of it because a lot of times for me I either like my games open world or linear. Like when I have to go back and forward, try to figure things out, and I can do it, but it's just not my favorite. Um, I've my first encounter with Metroid was the Super Metroid, but Metroid's been out from Nintendo. Super Metroid came out in the Super Nintendo era. So if you've been around as long as me, you definitely know Metroid. They have Metroid Prime, which I've actually never played the Metroid Prime series. So I can't say I'm a huge Metroid fan, but I respect the game for what it is. That it's an iconic name, it's an iconic franchise, and it deserves the respect of any real gamer. This one I think is Samus. Samus is the main character. So this is I think Samus's last. I think they said this is their last game. They might change it. Who knows how they'll change? But this is where Samus goes out. That the story of Samus ends, which is actually that's a girl, not a guy. Believe it or not. Um, I actually picked up Samus Returns on a Game Boy at some point. Made it about almost halfway through, got stuck, and I was like, "Meh, I don't like small screens. I'll get to it when I get to it." And really, if I get stuck in this one, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna look it up because I like to get it done myself. Like when I played something like Ori and the Blind Fortress, which is also like a Metroidvania type game, I played it without looking it up. And I got stuck and I just try to figure it out. But this time, if I get stuck, I'm just look it up. I kind of just want to get through the game more than anything else. But I'll try my best not to look it up. If I get stuck, but hey, if I gotta do what I gotta do. Um, the thing about Nintendo products too, as well, as you can see here, I got some amiibos. Sorry. Um, I picked up the amiibo that goes along with this. So this is a amiibo of Samus and I guess Emmy. Emmy is this guardian robot that's a security type guardian robot that's in charge of keeping out intruders. And Samus is considered an intruder, so it's gonna keep hunting him down. I think at the beginning, and maybe at some point she can beat them, but in the beginning and most of the game, she can't. Like you have to run for your life. Hence the word dread. So you dread for your life as you run away from the enemies as you encounter them, and they hunt you down. They can track you. They can find your footprints and all that stuff because they're like android type robots or something. So this, I'll give you a little close up of it. Light is kind of bright of it here. Put it back a little bit. Um, I like to pick them up. It's about like 25, 30 bucks, but they usually a lot of times with dual pack amiibos, they go out of print. And when they go out of print, the price tends to skyrocket. So something that costs 30 bucks could be worth 250 bucks in like a year or less, which is exactly what happened with this one. This was one I picked up for Samus Returns, which is Samus and Metroid, and now that's worth about 250. I paid was 25 bucks for it. So like I say, if you see it, pick it up. It's worth it for just collector's item, and if you want to resell it, it's worth it for that. I'll probably never unbox it. I just like it for collector's item, and this kind of looks cool to me, so I keep it in the gaming room, as a like a trophy type thing. But I like the fact that it has some type of value if I needed to sell it, but I probably never would. Um, so I generally don't buy a lot of steel boxes because a lot of times I don't like to go physical, and steel boxes usually tend to go physical. Is and I don't like going physical because I just don't like popping in disc. However, with Nintendo games, I want physical. I want the cartridge. It's a Nintendo thing. I don't know why. When it comes to Xbox and PlayStation, all digital. But Nintendo, I definitely want to go physical. So as far as the artwork on this looks pretty good. That's some. I can't tell you who these characters are down here. And sorry about the glare. I can't tell you who they are. Maybe they're enemies, maybe they're allies on the planet that she's visiting this time. I honestly couldn't tell you. But within this within this limited edition is going to be the game. I believe it said digital. I hope it's physical, but it is what it is at this point. Steel book, the art book, and art cards. Now, I kind of just went with collection edition just to go big and go home. I could at least just got like the $60 edition, but I say, let me another $30. Let's get the limited edition. Just go for it. Go for pro. So without further ado, let's get the unboxing going. Here we go. Man versus box. Let's see how this goes here. And put this away. Oh, easy enough. Okay, I'll put this to the side for right now. All right, so it comes. First of all, look. I won't say plastic. Some kind of I don't even know what the term is what they use for this anyway. But some protective covering. So this is the steel book. Another picture of Metroid. I think that's just a picture that will be on the main cartridge name box if you got the normal edition. But this is the steel book case it comes in. Looks like that. So okay, I guess that's the planet she's on with all the Emmys in the background, especially above here. Maybe that's them off in the background. I don't know who those are. Maybe we'll come across what these shadows are right there. But that's her and the Emmys behind her. There's more than one of them, and maybe the different colors have different powers and abilities. But thankfully, it does come with a cartridge, and it's not just digital only. So I might be doing a misprint on Best Buy's website just saying digital for whatever reason. But we'll see. The inside, I wish were color, so it has more flair to it, but it just kind of just standard black and white for whatever reason. I don't know what those symbols are. Maybe I'll figure that out. I think this has something to do with Metroid, but honestly, I don't know enough about the franchise to tell you. I mean, probably some icon to indicate, I don't know, something related to a power or something. I don't know. These are probably art cards. We'll just open it. No reason to keep it all boxed up. I'm not gonna resell. It's not like that's not a thing I do. Look at this. So the art cards, I think we'll just see what it is. I think it's just something that's just more classic to go back to the nostalgia of classic Nintendo type Metroid. And that's exactly what it is. So this is the original Metroid on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I never played it. I probably could go back and play it on an emulator or something, but I know I won't. Um, this is a really classic type. This is a game. And what I mean by that is like it's it has a story, but it's more about the gameplay. It's more about gaining powers, shooting enemies, not getting hit a lot because getting hit you take so much damage that you die quick. So it's about avoiding getting hit. That's what Nintendo's like. Back in the day, games were hard. Now you get all these health and all this everything. You could last a long time in the game and you regen health. That's not the case with this game. This is an art card for Metroid 2 Return of Samus on the Game Boy. That one was for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Again, this one, I'm guessing this is the one that I got earlier, Metroid 2. I guess it's the same thing, Return of Samus. So that's that. I'll get a little closer for you. And there's nothing on the back. Super Metroid. Maybe this is going in order of how the game was. Yeah, Super Metroid. So when I bought Samus Returns, there's probably just a re-release. I'm pretty sure it was. And this is my first addition to it was the Super Metroid version on Super Nintendo. We borrowed it we didn't have a lot of money growing up, so we borrowed a lot of games that I never owned. Metroid Fusion Game Boy Advance. Never played it, probably never will. And I think this color scheme change is what moves into where she is now. I think she damaged her suit or something, and they fused it and fixed it with this fusion thing, and that's why the color is so drastically different from the original. You can probably see here the differences in the color. You know, just drastically different. And last but not least, Metroid Prime on the Switch, which is should be the last in the genre. Sorry about the glare. All right, so that's pretty cool. Is to have you know how in order of how the story progressed. Again, I'm never gonna. If you want to know the story, I know there are YouTube videos out there that tell you the story of Metroid. I think I've watched a few, or I didn't commit it to memory, but I know snips and bits. I know there's a space pirate. I did have him at some point. I think his name is Riley. I have an amiibo for him, but it's not here at the moment, and I feel like pulling it out. Um, I think he's a guest character as well on Smash Brothers. And they use, I think it's class that they use kind of corny phrases like space pirate. You know, that's definitely something from like late 80s, early 90s pirate. Like who calls games, like games don't use the term like space pirate anymore, you know? I don't want to damage anything, so I'm trying to be careful here. So I'll just try to use as little of that as possible, just enough to get it open. I honestly don't know where I'm going to store this. I'll probably put it all back inside the cartridge or the box that it came in. So this actually has a little bit of weight to it, surprisingly. Has some good weight to it, but it looks really clean. Like this is something. Once I do get like more of a shelf to put stuff on, this might just go like to sit on a shelf. You know, kind of like art books sit on the shelf. If you see it, say, hey, what's that? And you go look through it and flip through it, sort of thing. Oh, safety first. Almost forgot. All right. You guys want? This is a lot of pages, so I probably won't flip through all of this. It's a ton. But what is this? Probably just illustrations and stuff about Metroid. Different types of Metroids, enemies in the games, stuff like that. Like I said, if you follow it, you know that's his ship or her ship. This is where you get some power ups and stuff looks like that. No, Super Metroid, different version of Metroid. I mean, it's just standard art book type stuff. Like that. This is a lot of pages, so obviously I can't go through all this in one video. I'm just not gonna do it. But I'm sure there's some videos out there who want to go, and you can probably look it up just to go through. But I mean, it's just nice to have some of this concept art stuff. It's a cool extra. You know what I mean? More concept, but you got the drift. But like I said, I like it. It has a mission logs journal. I see this stuff where they do it in French. Like they say, they have English and French side by side. I don't know if that means anything. Like some of the art people are done stuff in French. That's kind of cool. There's another scene that spans both pages. Kind of deal. I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I mean, but that's pretty cool. So that's basically it. Let's say Metroid. Nothing a whole lot of special there. Alright, so we got this. I'll just set this up here. Alright, so that's Metroid unboxing. I'll go ahead and get to playing it eventually. It's probably not like I said, I respect the game, but it's not one of my favorite franchises. But I like the fact that it's on a is on a I can play on a TV now because I don't like handhelds. I'm probably gonna always put it inside on TV mode and play it on the big screen and play it on a controller in my hand. I didn't like playing the Game Boy version of Samus Returns. I just didn't really enjoy it. I wish it were on the big screen. I'll probably play for longer sessions, but at this point, it is what it is. All right, guys. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, section below. I'm out of here. Peace.